Good morning, everyone, and welcome to JU-Ice channel. And it's a lovely Wednesday morning. It's gonna be in the 70s, 75 to be exact. Right now, it's just a little nip, but it's not really bad. I'm wearing this jacket, but I don't really need it. Well, I'm not gonna need it later, but I'm here out walking Mr. Hustle because I'm getting ready to hit the road, Jack. Wednesday, hit the road. And then, Thursday I have this marriage ceremony to do. And yeah, my friend La Vanessa, she got me another gig. It's Saturday. It's $15 an hour. It's doing a little security at this sports arena downtown Orlando. So that should be excited. That was the one that she had told me about around the ending of last year. But I guess this Saturday is the time that they're gonna actually do it. So yeah, I'm waiting for the lady to call me back to give me all the instructions. I'm not sure that I'm gonna get to do it, but she gave my name to the lady and stuff like that. I called. I was supposed to call. I called and I left several messages, but they were out to lunch and all this kind of BS. So, let's see if that's gonna happen. And I'm excited because I'm having a friend come into town to visit me, a special friend. So they'll be here today around this afternoon. Yep. So I'm gonna have me quite an exciting weekend. Yeah. I don't usually have visitors, but once in a blue moon, yeah, I was reading this article this morning. I always do a little reading in the morning, and yeah, it was telling about this lady and her husband. This happened in Tampa. They were going around stealing people's houses. So as I got more in depth into the story, one of the people that they stole the house from, she was devastated. Right now she's in an apartment and she's saying she never gonna buy a house again. She's like undecided about that because this person and the husband, apparently this is something that they usually do. And they got the people name off of the papers. They got the light and everything. They got their names taken off of all of that. These people are pros, but guess what? They are going to jail. They're going to be doing some serious time. Right now they're in court, allegedly. And the case is soon going to be coming to a closing, So this lady and her husband is going to be doing some serious time. The name is a Spanish name. She looks black, but Spanish people comes in different shades anyway. Not that that matters, but that's a terrible thing to be doing to people. You know what I'm saying? And apparently she been doing this for 10 years. I don't know how she got away with that, stealing people's houses. It's a damn shame. I don't know how she conned these people. I really don't know. I don't know. But just a word to the wise, people out there that have houses, be aware of people trying to befriend you or coming around, trying to get to know your business and all this kind of stuff, because this kind of crazy stuff could happen to you too. So just be on the lookout. Be aware. Don't trust people. In my videos I always say, do not trust anyone. Don't trust anyone, not even family members. They would do it to you too. I'm not saying all of them would, but these days and in the past. But these days, it's like they doing it even more now, you know. Even friends, people that you think are your close friends, oh my God, they would suck it to you. So, you know, y'all got to be real careful out there. If you have any kind of documents and stuff, and you have people coming to your house or staying over, you better take your important papers and lock them suckers up in a suitcase or something. If you don't have a safe deposit box in your house or whatever, lock your stuff away. I'm dead serious. Your social security card, your passport. Well, you're going to need your ID, but you can keep that on you. But, you know, like your bank statements and all that kind of stuff, don't leave those stuff out. If you usually leave them out, the minute you know somebody is coming to visit you or something, or staying with you, collect all that stuff and put it in a bag, you know, a plastic bag, tie it, and put those stuff in a suitcase. Lock that suitcase, put it away. Keep the key around your neck or something. Keep it where you have all of your keys. Do not leave your stuff sitting out, because that's how people get to copy your stuff. You know, they will look at your stuff, and nowadays, you know, their cell phone, so they could take their cell phone and take a picture of what information they need, and you wouldn't even know. You could go into the bathroom and they will be going to town on your stuff. So be wise. Lock your stuff away in a suitcase. Lock it away. If you don't have a safe, lock it in a suitcase, a regular suitcase. You could put all your personal papers in a suitcase and lock it. Once that person leave your house, wherever you used to store it, you can bring them back out. But remember that each time anybody is coming to your house or whatever, you could be living with a person and they'll do the same shit to you. Excuse me for cursing. So make sure you practice locking your stuff away. Don't just let it sit out there. If you don't have nobody coming to your house or living in your house, you can have your stuff sit out. But if you have visitors coming over or anything, it could be family members, it doesn't matter who. You cannot trust anyone. Lock your stuff away. Once they leave, you can bring your stuff back out. You know, it's sad that we have to live like that, but this is the kind of world that we're living in, and these are the kind of people that we're dealing with. They pretend to be all nice and trustworthy. Believe you me, when you go to their house, or if you go to their house, they doing the same shit, okay? Excuse me for cursing. They putting their stuff away before you get there. You wouldn't even know. So you have to do it too. You have to. You cannot trust anyone. I don't care how nice and how sweet they are at an act to you. Don't trust a goddamn soul. You hear me? Nobody. It could be your co-worker, whatever. Don't trust them. If you're on your job and you know you have a desk or something, the desk has a key, make sure you lock your personal stuff in there, because when you leave, you don't know who is rambling through your stuff. They have security. They have security guards that do a lot of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when the employees are off or they leave or whatever, security, because I've but I've heard about this. And there's a lot of security guards, especially places that don't have cameras. There's a lot of security guards that be roaming around, you know, doing their patrols, and they be going into the people's desk drawers or whatever, you know, and taking out what they want. You know what I'm saying? Little knickknacks. You could have a little perfume in there, cologne, you know, anything, you know. They just kleptos. They kleptomaniacs, you know. So you have to lock your stuff up. I'm dead serious. You have to be aware. Just because it's a security guard don't mean a goddamn thing. Security steals too. I'm telling you, they steal. I'm not saying all of them do, but the majority of them do. You hear me? Cops steal too. Just because they police officers don't mean a damn thing. They steal too. All these people that's supposed to be protecting stuff I'm telling you, a lot of them are kleptomaniacs. I'm dead serious. So don't trust a goddamn soul. You hear me? Do not. Do not. You see how some police officers be planting stuff in people's vehicles and stuff like that? I'm telling you, you can't trust any and everybody. And if an officer comes by you or something like that, make sure you get their ID and all of that kind of stuff, because they got a lot of people out here faking that role. And you know, most people, they get scared when they see a police officer, so you know, they get dumbfounded. They scared to ask a question. Some of them might be wearing a tag on their shirt saying one name. You want to see a damn ID. You want to see an ID, because anybody could take that shirt and put it on and pretend to be that person. I'm dead serious. This happens a lot. And just because you see the uniform, you get all scared and stuff, and you start answering their questions, letting them come in your house. They go searching around your house, and this is how they plant stuff in your house. You know, when I say plant stuff, like drugs or whatever they want to take you in for, that's what they do. They do it to your cars. They do it. I'm telling you, this is stuff that goes on. I'm not saying all police officers do that, but they have the fake ones out there that pretend. I'm telling you, they have the retired ones, they do it too. And they have the regular ones, they do it too. So you have to be aware. This is any kind of police officer, you hear me? Any law enforcement, any security, your family, your friends, your neighbors. I am dead serious. You have to be aware, people. Look how this lady and her husband been stealing these houses. And I guess they never thought that they would have gotten caught. But she gonna be doing some serious time. I don't remember the number, because it started out, I think it was 25 years to 300 and something years. You hear that? So she is not going to get no damn 25 years. She going to be in jail for a long goddamn time. Her and her damn husband. They might just die in there. It's terrible. I saw her picture. You know, she looks young, but it's disgusting. I don't know what is going on with this damn world. I don't know what's going on with the people in this world. It's terrible, but what can I say? Just be careful of everyone. Just be careful. Yeah, the sun is coming out now. It's starting to warm up, but I'm still keeping my little jacket on. I have it open, but I'm still gonna keep it on because, like I said, I don't want to get sick. You know what I'm saying? I don't play with the weather. And you know, yesterday my friend from the Bahamas, you know, she called me, you know, and you know, we chat for a long time. And guess what? She was telling me about the trees over there. She said the male trees, but this comes from the female trees, I was told, in New York. Pollen. She was showing me all the stuff on the ground, the pollen that fell off the tree. But she called it cotton. I said, it's not cotton. She said over there they call it cotton. I don't know. I said, cotton comes out of a pod on the tree. She said when it hits the ground, you know, it is like slippery and stuff like that. I said it's pollen, but I couldn't remember the name. I was like, oh my God, I can't remember the name. But the female trees gives off a lot of pollen. I don't think the male do. This is what I was told in New York. And you know, people that suffer with allergies and stuff, when that stuff is out, it really irritates them. So, you know, I was trying to remember the word. I couldn't remember the word. And then I said, I'm going to remember it. And then my neighbor, my daughter's neighbor, came out. He was sitting outside, and I asked him, what's that white stuff that comes off the trees, the female trees, certain time of the year, like springtime? And he said, pollen. I was like, yeah, that's right, it's pollen. So then I told her. So she was like, yeah, well, you know, we call it cotton over here. And me and her was going back and forth. It's called pollen, not cotton, you know. But then she started laughing and stuff, you know. And she was like, Jen, you're no joke. I said, no, I'm not. And then, you know, we was talking about different kinds of stuff, what's going on in the world and all this kind of crazy stuff. And then, you know, it was a nice chat. You know, we always have a nice chat. And mind you, I didn't even know her for long. I met her in 2021 by the bus stop here in Orlando, over by where I live. and we traded numbers. So, we became friends like that. And, she invited me to come to the Bahamas. I told her one of these days I'll come. I wanted to go take like, they have like those boats. They have those boat trips that go over there like 1 and 2 days. I was thinking about doing that, but I didn't really want to go by myself. You know what I'm saying? So I told her one of these days I'm going to come. I don't know who I'm going to get to go with me. Maybe when my friend comes up here another time, maybe me and him will go. But I don't really like traveling to different countries and islands alone. It's not safe, and people, especially you not from there, people seeing you, they know you're not from there. They them people outside is something else. Even here in the United States, they something else. But you go overseas, to me, it's worse. You run into all sorts of whatever. Yeah, you could run into it here too, but over there, and then if you're in a place where they speak a different language, you don't speak it. Oh my God, you got to be really careful. So I don't believe in that traveling alone. No way, Jose. And then, if you go into another country, if you have a gun, a weapon, you can't take it with you. So you can't really protect yourself. If you're here in the United States and you are registered to carry one, then you're good to go. But here, you can't go to any state with it because every state don't allow it. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be aware of it. First of all, I wouldn't even travel with mine. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be stopped and have to go through this and go through that. So, because, when you go on the airlines and you have a weapon, you got to do a lot of stuff before you could go anywhere with that. So mine will be safe at home. But for those of you that have a weapon, don't risk it. Get all the facts, where you going and how you could travel with it and stuff like that before you even take it. Because, and even having the shells, don't be mistaken and have the shells in your bag, and then when you get to the airport, they check you and then they find it. Oh my God, here goes some problems. I saw an incident like that. I saw an article like that on YouTube, and I don't know if the man got charged or not, but he was going through Heathrow Airport, that's in England, and he got stopped, and he had shells in his bag, and he was like, oh, he forgot to take them out. People, before you leave your house, make sure, if you have a gun, a knife, or whatever, make sure you check your bag and take all this kind of stuff out. Don't go to the airport with all that kind of stuff, because you will get stopped and you will get charged. So please be aware of what you're doing before you pack your suitcase or your bag. I don't care if you just came back from a trip and you're rushing to go somewhere. Make sure you go in that bag and take everything out. Check your bag. And another thing, don't be leaving your bag unattended, because people could put sneak stuff in your bag, and then you'll get arrested for that. In the meantime, you didn't know. If you're at the airport, do not walk away and leave your stuff. I don't care how thirsty you might be or how much you want to use the bathroom. Do not leave your stuff. Make sure you have your stuff with you. And make sure you have your stuff with you. And go do the do. Be for real. You have to be really careful. Especially in this time and day. I am dead serious. You have to be careful all the time, but especially now, because so much is happening. So much is going on. And who wants to get arrested and then have to go through the system? Then you might have to do time. You might not be lucky to get out that same day. You might have to really face some time. So be aware of things. Be aware of people. Be aware of your surroundings. I'm dead serious. And like I said, don't trust anyone. Trust is a big important word. Do not trust anyone. I'm dead serious. If you have a mother and a father and they don't like you or whatever, don't trust them either, because they will F you up. I'm telling you, your brothers and sisters, they don't like you, they will do it to you. I am dead serious. Your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, if they don't like you, they will F you up. They don't care. They want to see you go down. So be aware of all of this that I'm telling you. Open your eyes, your ears. Speak when you're supposed to, but make sure you keep them eyes and them ears open, and put all your personal stuff away. Lock it away in your suitcase, whatever. Just lock it away, and keep the key on you. Don't leave your keys laying around in the house. People could take your shit and make copies. I am dead serious. People has ways of making stuff. You have to be very vigilant. That's the perfect word. Be vigilant. You don't know what a person is thinking or what they are planning. Everybody can't read minds. Some people can. Some people can read body language and stuff like that. Not everyone can. So be very vigilant. Do not trust anyone. So I'm going to end my video right now because my granddaughter is probably ready. And she said 9 o'clock we'll be out of here. It's like 8 minutes to 9. So I will talk to you folks later. Have a good day.